We've got a bunch of stuff to talk about in this video. We have some promo codes. That's right, 3 promo codes. Now, I'm going to put a link in the comment section to Duelim's video, Dossier's video, and Valley Flying's video. Be sure to head over there so that you can watch their unboxings. What we've got here is an announcement for the next legendary right here of QUASAR. So there's going to be 3 legendaries next year in the Age of Annihilus saga, which is going to build up to some sort of super team, like they said. We're also going to go over some data mines, and it's kind of a very troublesome data mine because it's in direct conflict with some of the statements that were made by one of the head developers over the last week. Looks like the data mine is suggesting that gear tier 20 is going to be required for an event, not just for the event, but vigilante gear tier 20. And we've been hearing that Electra is quite terrible in the Professor X saga. Let's get to the codes first. The first code is Duelim. And you're going to get the following. And then we've got Dossier's video, and his code is Dossier. And the rewards are as follows. And then we've got Valley Flying's video holding up QUASAR as well. And the code is Valley Flying. So we got some pretty good rewards there. I think all 3 of these are super helpful. I need the training materials for sure. Now, let's go to the data mine. And this data mine is coming in not only from Quick Draw, but it's also coming from Boilon. Let's just read it together. Commander, the Fallen Dementia, that's me. Fallen Dimension, Omega Pocket Dimension, well, there's the Dementia, is now available. Gather your strongest vigilante team and proceed to free this crime-ridden reality from the shadowy figures that control it. Completing the event will earn you the most powerful rewards. Good luck, Commander. Minimum requirements. Fallen Dimension Omega will require vigilante characters. All missions will require 5 vigilante characters. Characters must be at gear tier 20. Are you guys out of your minds? Oh my God. Yesterday we talked to Johnny and OG Diamond Dave, and they both tried Electra, and they said Electra was a detriment to their personal experience in getting Professor X because you have to do 3 stars. What about the people that did Blade and Oath? We don't even have Hitmonkey out yet in the game. So there is a spreadsheet on, I guess it's the player voice movement, and they're suggesting Hitmonkey will be coming to the game on the 21st. And before we get into what I'm going to play a clip real quick of what the developers said. But right here, this is a different event from the Countdown to Cataclysm. This is in game right now. And this is going to be an event that requires characters at gear tier 20. Some of the missions will prohibit the use of arc enemy. Characters use the difficulty level and combat mods to fine-tune the level of challenge you want. Enemy core stats will be increased increments of 20% of a total of 500%. So this is an event, right? So this is to celebrate the Age of X. So this is currently in game. And I do want to just think about this for a minute. It says, to be fair, data mains being wrong would be more newsworthy than a blog being right. And I think what that Duelim is saying there is that in general, the data mines have been accurate. In most cases, more accurate than even the blogs at time. I don't know that this data mine is correct. I just want to put that out there because in the strike spot, this was the second one from last week, and this is on their official YouTube channel. He did talk about the new chapter system and the Age of Annihilus, and this might be slightly out of context, and I'm not sure that it was applying to this, but I just want to listen to what he says right here, because it's in direct contradiction with this data mine, in my opinion, right?
Big difference is that we want to make sure that the content that players are able to go into is very player friendly in terms of no paywalling content, making sure that everything's really accessible, but it will be up to players to have the kind of choice around who are you powering up within this chapter. It's going to be more or less based on what your preferences are. But
so I believe what he was talking about is the new system and the new chapters, and the chapters being a part of the system that works towards Annihilus, and that they wanted the chapters to be player friendly, no paywalled, and having the ability to pick out your own characters. So that may not directly apply to what this data mine is saying, because maybe this is not a part of that new system as some sort of technicality. But in the spirit of what he says that they were trying to move towards, and this new game mode that's going to be great, the new way of working everything, this is complete opposite. Paywalled. I'm going to have to upgrade Electra. I don't want to upgrade Electra. Electra is not good. The people that went through the Professor X saga that took Electra to Gear Tier 20 said they struggled. And the teams that people were going through the first part, which is the city part, which is Gear 20, was Oath, Blade, Sable, Daredevil Modern, and Punisher. That's what people are doing. So, couple things. I just want to put this out there that a lot of people have been asking me, can I use Spider Society? And I don't have those other teams, and I'm free to play. I get that. And I feel like the risk of upgrading Spider Society today, let's say you have enough for one piece. And I think, firstly, my suggestion is to not upgrade any of the pieces outside of, let's say, Odin or Lalandra. But as far as the rest of the pieces, maybe you should wait till you have enough to do all of them and then the entire block, because people that have been going through with Spider Society have not having a good experience. And a lot of people said, yeah, I got through it in Gear Tier 19. Well, that is Gear Tier 20, because the reality is that by the time that people can get the Gear Tier 20s, Vigilante will be farmable. So even though the suggestion that's coming in today, maybe for characters that people don't have, the idea is that, the players that are doing it today do have characters that are not available, but the hope is that Vigilante will be farmable by the time people have Gear Tier 20. Now, Dossier, who's in this video yesterday, went through with the Gear Tier 20 4-4 Sable and a 4-4 Daredevil and got through the nodes. Now, I don't know if a 3-3 works, but I know that there is video proof of a 4-4 working with Dossier. Rain Dragon said that he got through with a 5-5 and a 5-5 Daredevil Mom, clears the Gear Tier 20. And then lastly, this battle pass, the strike pass, is not of high interest to me. The resources are not that amazing, and there are no characters in this. I was expecting, if they were not going to have any kind of character shards inside of the strike pass, that there would be a significant more amount of resources. Specifically, I'm looking for Gear Tier 20 pieces, nowhere to be found on here. I do need some Crimson's uniques, and I definitely need training materials. And I know people need different things at different places in the game, but I'm not going to buy this unless I get into a situation where I need to upgrade a character and there's something in this battle pass that allows me to do something. And I'll give you an example. Let's say I need to upgrade a single character to win a battle inside of Crucible, and I don't have the resources to do that because the overpowered system is now requiring me to upgrade characters that I don't want to upgrade if I want to use them like I did last week to beat a match that I could have beat last week. But if I want to use them today, I have to upgrade them. That is going to be a situation where maybe I would consider this, but the way it stands right now, I have not pulled the trigger on it. I'm not sure if I will. It does not look of high interest. Also, be sure to go to the other videos. I will put a link in the videos to Duelim's, Dossier's, and Valley Flying's video. And as always, thanks for watching and keep on gaming. Bye for now.